want to write a country music song, and it's about a 50-year-old grandma who feels like she's losing it, but she's still got it. And it's called Meow Me Ma.
Ooh. So, Ballad of the Cougar.
Ballad of the Cougar.
We got this.
November 6th, the Permission to Party World Tour kicks off in Lafayette, Louisiana, Houston, Texas on the 7th, Dallas, Texas on the 8th. On the 9th, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, one of my favorite cities in the entire world, one of the best YMCAs out there. Get your tickets and avoid scalpers by going to Bert.com to your lowest ticket prices. Fully Loaded at Sea is back. Bigger, boozier, and birdier. November 19th to 23rd, 2026, Miami to Cozumel on the Norwegian Jewel. Me, Whitney Cummings, Big J. Okerson, Miss Pat, Felipe Esparza, Joe DeRosa, Rosebud Baker, Catherine Blanford, Shane Torres, Dave Williamson, Ian Finance, Cypher Sounds, the Docksiders, and DJ Airwolf, and many more. Every day will be packed with live comedy shows, live podcasts, theme night, karaoke held by my wife every night at midnight, gambling, the tattoo parlor, and wild on-board events like the belly flop contest, the Speedo contest, smallest dick on the boat, beer run, and game night. Shirts are optional, hangovers are questionable, swinging is encouraged, but we are guaranteed to drink this boat dry. You're not going to want to miss it. Dolly Parton.
Dolly, our sparkles got stuck together one time when I was meeting her. It was like meeting the Queen of England or something, you know?
Yeah.
We came in for a photo and we both had like rhinestones on.
Oh, your sparkles actually got stuck together.
We got stuck together.
By the way, that's a song title right there.
And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she's something else.
I met her probably 10 years ago, maybe more than that. Yeah. She's still hot.
Absolutely.
Still hot.
Absolutely. The coolest.
And so approachable.
Seriously.
I mean, it's the thing that I think, for lack of better words, I say you're a country music artist.
Yeah.
But you're just an artist. Like you're a little bit genres. I would say the same about Sturgill. I know that he's a country music singer, but not by the way he dresses and not by the way he's a little bit more of a jam band guy to me. But I'm also I like jam bands. I like a crossover, widespread panic, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. I've sat in with them.
Really?
I did. Yeah. I was, I think I actually got pregnant at one of their shows. It's my husband's 40th and they asked me to come sit in and guest with them. I think it was Lock-In. I'm trying to think, but we got a whole tour bus, a bunch of my friends who are spread heads. We all just went out and we had a lot of party favors there. And so, I was going to sit in with them. They asked me to sing. They asked me to pick a few songs. I think I picked Tom Petty song, Janis Joplin song. And then they asked me to sing this Aretha Franklin song. And then in between the time that we picked the song and we performed it, Aretha passed away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get up here as a white woman and sing Aretha's part. No one wants to hear that. You know what I mean? And, but we had great rehearsal. Everything was going really good. And I was wanting to party after the show. And so my friend had some LSD and he was like, you just take this. And then by the time you get off stage, it'll be kicked in. It'll be perfect. Well, I wasn't accounting for how long every song was going to be. And so I'm sitting there side stage and I'm just like, I've got to go out and sing Aretha and I'm flying on acid. Nailed it though. Nailed it. And it was really fun. But yeah, and somehow after that weekend, I ended up pregnant too. So I blame them.
God bless widespread panic. So wait, how do we get you? I was trying to, I'm such a fan of your music. Your Tiny Desk is so fucking brilliant.
Thank you.
Every song, it's so funny. So I was I texted with Marcus King this morning.
Aww.
And he says, hello.
Yes, I love
and I
him.
said, and he said, is she going to play music? I said, I don't know. I go, and he goes, what song would you want her to play? And I go, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Your voice is so capturing that everything you sing is incredible. Everything you could. I was downstairs transcribing NWA songs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got Straight Outta Compton and Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood is set to Wagon Wheel. And Straight Outta Compton, I just put GCD or GCF,
Amazing.
right? And I was like, she could make that amazing. And I was like, I go, I wonder if it's hard for her when she gets in the studio. I wonder if it's hard that everyone's like, yeah, that's the best way to do it. I don't know, got to give you notes.
Man, I don't know. I feel like I have been one of those artists that people say that I'm like hard to capture in the studio. Some, obviously a lot of my albums have like great reviews but then there's been other people who are like, oh, you sound so much better live. And so like with The Dead, I can relate.
Yeah.
And that this last album, I put so much time into being in the studio. We recorded in Nashville at RCA Studio A, which is like just the best studio in town. And I don't know, I think in the past I used to like get done with the tracking and then just kind of want to go like fuck off and party.
Yeah.
And this time I just really like head down. I stayed in there like through the whole mixing process, through just everything. And I was a lot happier with the outcome. And what I've realized is that these albums last forever. So in the past, a lot of times I try to like rush things to get them out, but
it's hard. It's hard when you make a product. You want to, like I wrote a joke the other night and I was like, I want to tell it now. You get excited with the new joke, but it actually, sometimes it's letting it breathe and not telling it for a couple weeks and then telling it.
Yeah.
Or it gets good.
Absolutely. I feel that way with the record too. Like we went in to make this record and then my band and I went out and we opened for Tedeschi Trucks, which I'm sure maybe you know them, being in the jam scene. And if you partied with them. Yeah.
No, I creeped Derek Trucks the fuck out. Derek Trucks, Sturgill Simpson and Bert Kreischer have nothing in common.
Okay, I'm gonna change that.
They have a lot in common. They're both I would say like savant artists. They're brilliant. But Bert Kreischer energy is not their energy. I creeped Sturgill out and I creeped Derek out in the same night within 10 minutes.
A bunch of pussies.
By the way, I'm more Dwayne Trucks energy.
Oh, okay.
So if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was like, I think I creeped Sturgill off from the side. I was like, I walked up to Derek Trucks. I was like, dude, I saw you when you were 13. And Sturgill was like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, I explained the show. He used to travel when he was a child.
Absolutely.
We saw him in Tallahassee and he was like the one everyone, I mean, that was like crazy. And so many people that would sit in with Dave would come in and sit in with him and he was amazing. He still is amazing.
Yeah.
And Tedeschi Trucks is just brilliant.
They're so
I interrupted you to tell you my story.
No. I went out with them and like, it was just a really fun, wild tour, first of all. But
I want to party with you so bad.
Hey, let's do it. We can make that happen. Just come out, jump on the tour bus.
Do you want me to open for you?
Yeah, actually.
Hey guys, I know you got a different vibe than what I got.
That'd be so fun.
And then ever spill the toilet paper before they wipe their ass? It's called a Mississippi wet wipe. Hey.
My daughter did that just the other day. No, but we went out on that tour with them and we had so much fun. But we had just recorded this whole album. And so we played everything in the studio. And it was like, I got to test drive those songs like live and see how they were sitting and then also learn how to sing them better. And then came back in to the studio and finished the record after that.
I don't think I realized that until right now. So you write the song in the studio?
No, we wrote the songs prior, but we went in, we laid them down, and then we like went out on this tour and like me and the band just like performed all of them live. And so I just like got to live in them a little bit, you know? Normally it's like you record the album and then you mix it and you're done. Then you go out and tour it. And then, you know, like 2 years later, you're like, oh, I could have re-sang all that so much better. You just have a better grasp on what's going on.
Yeah.
But this time kind of just, it was I wanted to get it out sooner, but everything was just taking so long. I had fired my managers and there was just, nobody was minding the store. And so it took me a really long time to get this record out, but I also got to work on it for so long and just get it perfect.
That's what happens when you shoot a special. I had a great joke about my wife and my wife wanted to have phone sex. And it was such a good joke. She's not that, my wife's a redneck. She's not that kind of person. And there was just this one line in there where I go, she goes, in the joke, I'm sorry I'm doing this to you.
No, do it.
She goes,
I love it.
I was trying to tell her how to hold the camera. And she was like, huh? She was like, wait, I don't want to see your face. I want to see you. And I was like, what are you, a pervert? And but I wrote that after. I didn't put it in the special. I wrote it like a week after. I was like, God dang it.
No.
It's such a better line than what I had in there.
Right.
But it happens right after you do the special. You're like, that's why when, as a comic, you got to stop doing the bit the second you shoot the special and write a whole new hour.
Yeah.
But I don't know if fans want, I'm getting to a place where I go, I have 6 specials, I think. I don't know if fans want entirely new stuff on the road. Like when you go out to play and you have a new hour or you have a new album,
yeah,
and you're proud of it, do you find can you feel fans going, you know what I want to hear?
I mean, kind of fuck them. Like whatever you want to do is what you should be doing, because the second you get on that autopilot of like thinking like, what do people want? Then you're already screwed. And
God, that's so brilliant.
I went to England and my album wasn't out yet, and we did a tour, and I saw some of the Brits right later. Oh, she played too much new stuff. I wanted to hear the old stuff. And I'm like, I don't so. But I understand how it is. It's like people want something that is familiar, that they already know because they want to sing along. And I get that as a music fan myself too. But like, I don't know. I just got to see Neil Young perform like a brand new song the other night, and like, I enjoyed it. I guess it just depends on how good the song or the joke is.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's funny, Sturgill, not to keep going back to all your friends and everything,
okay.
but like,
yeah.
I figure I don't mind it when it happens to me. But like, Sturgill played my favorite song that out of all his songs, the one song that connects me is Leanne right now should yell it upstairs. She knows exactly what it is and she's listening. I'm on a paddle way to the sing and the say. I don't wake up every day in the sun.
Oh, yeah, from his most recent album. Scooter Blues. Yes.
When they say, hey, are you him? He'll say, not anymore, Scooter Blues.
Yes, yeah.
He played it at the Greek, and I fell in love with it at the Greek. And then he played it different at Red Rocks, and someone next to me goes, he's changing it up. And I went, yeah, but... I was like, you can always hear the one on the album.
Totally.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
He's
changing his song up.
I know, so you don't get sick of doing it every night.
This is why you come to Red Rocks.
Exactly.
Oh.
No, I think, Bob Dylan, like, he was king of that, he always had an alternative version. And I think we've done that a lot. Just like screw with the tempo, change anything about it just to keep it exciting for you. Because it's like, I don't know, there's certain people you see them and you're like, oh, they're definitely on autopilot. But Sturgill's not one of those people. My husband met him and Kevin, his bass player, who also played in my band forever, at a grocery store in Nashville. They were all working at this grocery store together. And I think they met in an alley, like smoking weed or something. And then my husband got fired, like, just a week before Christmas from the grocery store. I'm not sure if Sturgill and Kevin got fired as well, but that was a time. That was a scene.
So wait, so you guys all knew each other when you were broke?
Yeah. I knew Sturgill when he was just playing like dives and just trying to get that big break, and it was a cool time. And I think that's why we've been able to stay friends, because when you know somebody kind of before they take off, it's just, there's a special like underdog bond that you have,
I know. I know that me and all my friends started broke. Broke is the easiest time to be friends with people. Absolutely. When you have money and you see the type of money, the way people spend money or the way you don't spend money or the things you're comfortable with and not comfortable, it's such a weird experience. Yeah. It's funny too how I feel like friend groups just kind of like naturally cycle out anyway. But and I do still have like a lot of friends that I had when I was getting my start, and I think because my career didn't take off until I was like in my mid-30s, that it gave me just a slightly different perspective than, I don't know, if it would have been in my 20s or something. Do you feel like you're lucky a little bit?
I do, yeah. I don't think at the time I would have said like, oh, I'm lucky to still be waiting tables and like, grinding it out. It took about 12 years before I got like a legit album deal. But it gave me all my character and everything, I couldn't imagine if I would have taken off in my 20s and like, really my songs weren't that good at that point. So it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. So wait, can you walk me through the story? Because I know you grew up in Illinois.
Yeah.
And then can you walk like I asked, my wife always says like, what do you want to ask? And I ask the dumbest questions, like because you were a dancer originally, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And now what's your favorite music to dance to?
Ooh, good question. I used to choreograph all these like weird dance routines to like, I don't know, like Beatles songs and just outside of the box. Like people would always want me to do like Nutcracker. And I taught kids and stuff for a long time too.
Yeah.
But I would do like weird, trippy, like Sid Barrett, the Effervescing Elephant, or like, lots of Beatles stuff. I feel like, I quit dancing when I was about 20, and my sister continued to do it. She was a dancer in Vegas for a long time. I always have to specify, not a stripper, but like a showgirl at the Flamingo. And now I'm just a lazy musician though.
Do you ever like, I grew up playing baseball very seriously.
Nice.
And then when I'm with my nephew, I find myself getting into that old personality. Do you ever go to a show, start dancing, and then be like, uh-oh, here comes old Margo?
Oh, yeah. She comes back out for sure. It's it's funny when you grow up, but then still underneath it there still is that 20-year-old me. I love to go out and dance, and I love to go like two-step and stuff now too, which is kind of like more old people dancing, but like classic, like two-stepping to a band or something.
My favorite thing is to give my dog the bone. Man, the look on her face when she gets that bone, it's crazy. Oh, I'm talking about Benebone. Made in the USA for dogs that chew like it's their job. Here's the deal. These things freaking rock. I ran into the Benebone people at NASCAR and random, they said, we work with Benebone. And I said, please. I want to tell you that your product is through the roof. My dogs, God rest Mac's soul, we had to put him down. They sent us a box of Benebones. Real flavors: bacon, salmon, duck, peanut butter, peppermint, and they have a ton more flavors. And the shapes are for every type of play. Like they have a wishbone, they have the ring, a dental one, they have little ones for puppies, and the stick, and you can throw the stick. And I'm telling you right now, my dog Izzy, Mac's gone, but Izzy, it is her favorite thing. It brings her so much joy to watch your dog juggling two bones in her mouth like she's on Pornhub, trying to figure out which bone to put in her mouth. They are awesome. They have over 100,000 5-star reviews on Amazon, so that's how you know they're good. And these are the best deals Benebones are going to offer all year. Right now, for a limited time only, exclusive for our Bertcast listeners, meaning you get the first shot at Benebone's best deals of the year. All Black Friday offers are available exclusively right now at benebone.com/Bertcast. Everyone else has got to wait. benebone.com/Bertcast. So don't wait. You get 40% off a 7-pack plus a surprise free gift at benebone.com/Bertcast. Trust me, your dog's going to love when you give it the bone. The guys at True Classic started with a simple mission: to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses, because looking and feeling great shouldn't come with a designer price tag. But this brand isn't just about fabric or fit. It's about confidence, about helping people show up every day feeling put together without trying too hard. That is what makes True Classic the perfect gift for this holiday season. Whether you're shopping for your dad, your brother, your partner, or now even women and kids in your life, True Classic has something for everyone. The same premium comfort and perfect fit that built the brand are now available for the whole family. These pieces fit where they should, feel incredible, and don't break the bank. You get that tailored look without sacrificing comfort or blowing your holiday budget. And I'm telling you right now, tighten the arms, tighten the shoulders, nice across the breasts, and a little loose in the gut where all of us are going to plan to eat. So skip the guesswork and the overpriced designer stuff. Give comfort, give confidence, give True Classic. You can find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club, or Very simply, go to trueclassic.com/Bertcast to grab the perfect gift for everyone on your list. So when did you realize singing was going to be, that it was singing, that it was music?
So I had done my freshman year of college. I was a college cheerleader at a Big Ten school.
Where are you at?
NIU, Northern Illinois University, go Huskies. And then was end of my freshman year, I took a huge dose of psilocybin, and I just was listening to a ton of records, hanging out with friends, and I was like, I don't want to live in the Midwest anymore. I don't want to study communications. I don't want to go to college anymore. I want to be a musician. And I dropped out of school about 2 months later.
Really?
Yeah. I had this cousin who was living in Nashville, and we're kind of estranged now. I don't really see her because she's a little out there, even for me. She's tricked me into doing one too many drugs, one too many times. Oh, this is coke. No, it's not. It's meth. But yeah, she lived down there, and I just went and visited, and I was like, man, this is a really cool city. I'd initially wanted to move to LA or New York, and my parents were just terrified because the town I'm from has 3,000 people, and I'd hardly ever driven on an interstate, It was fresh off the back of the truck. But I dropped out of college, moved in with my cousin, and just kind of never looked back, really. I think my mom was always supportive of it, but most of the rest of my family and people from school were just like, "Oh, you think you're gonna be a big star?" It was cute.
It's amazing how many people. I wish as many people said yes as no.
Right?
It would be crazy.
Yeah. Did you have so many people say "What are you doing?" Yeah.
I have one moron girlfriend. I hope she doesn't see this because she was just dumb enough to go, well, if Sinbad could do it, you could do it. Huh? She's like, if Chris Rock can do it, you can do it. I'm like,
I love
what
Chris
are you talking
Rock.
about? But I was like, she's like, and the way she was a very simple person.
Yeah.
Really a simple brain. And she was like, well, they're just people too.
Yeah.
I think they're just people. Whereas everyone else is like, you're never going to get that good. You're not. I had one girlfriend that I told I wanted to be a comedian, and she said, oh, I would never tell that to anyone. She was like, you're stupid funny, and those guys are smart funny. You're frat boy funny, but those guys are they read and stuff, and you're not that kind of funny.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'll never tell that to anyone. That was the morning of the Florida State-Miami game.
I have kind of a relatable story. I had this boyfriend who he started out as my weed dealer.
Do you realize, hang on, do you realize there are so many men listening to this that are low-key falling in love with you? And they're like, bro, I bet there is a list of dudes with broken hearts going, I used to wait tables with her. She's awesome.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This guy, Joe, he was beautiful, smart, incredible guy. He was into kickboxing and he was just really brilliant.
Is his last name Rogan?
It was just so crazy because he got me into the Dead. He got me into Janis Joplin. He gave me the Essential Bob Dylan on CD and really turned me on to a lot of incredible music.
Yeah.
But anytime I would play around him or talk about, I want to move to Nashville, he would just be like, I don't know if that's a good idea, or I don't know if you've got what it takes. He would kind of say things that made me doubt myself.
Yeah.
And then it's, pretty funny. Fast forward 20 years later, I'm like, oh, Bob Weir chartered a private jet for me to fly me out to Marin. So I'll send him photos. And just troll him. But he's a sweet guy. We've kept in touch.
That's so funny. That's so. Sometimes you need the nose.
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
need. There's a chip on your shoulder is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody tells me not to, I'm immediately going to do it. My husband knows that too. It works in reverse.
Oh, I have. I love good inspiration. Don't you love the fight? Someone texted me that to me the other day, and I was like, I do love the fight. Fuck, the fight's the thing.
Right?
The thing. The climb to the top is amazing. The top, I take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I ever got to the top, but movies and arenas. It's awesome. It's great.
Totally.
There's nothing better than the climb.
Absolutely.
The climb when you go, the first time you go in an arena and you're like, well, I'm playing here, or the first time you do Red Rocks, or the first time you do the Gorge, or the first time you do all of them, that's the moment. Second time you're like,
Yeah. It's just not just a job, but yeah, it doesn't have the same dopamine. I know that for sure. Yeah.
So when you drop out of college, what's your musical taste like? I'm trying to guess the year. I'm trying to guess what was big. I'm guessing Lilith Fair-esque music, maybe?
I did love Fiona Apple.
Fiona Apple.
I love her so much.
Fiona Apple I had a love affair with her second album, Extraordinary Machine. I think is it what it is?
I'll make the most of it. Oh, that album is so good. It's so good.
Extraordinary Machine.
Yeah.
And I was in love with that fucking album.
So good.
She's a fascinating
She's
person.
a genius. She really, really is. And I'm not throwing that around the way the Brits do. Like, she's legit a genius. I fell in love with her. I also really liked Jewel, who could be in that Lilith Fair thing. I loved Pieces of You. Fair, That album was so great. Lucinda Williams, Gillian Walsh. But then I was always like, I've always just been drawn to the 60s and 70s.
Really?
I love anything from those two eras, not anything from those two eras, but like the majority of what I listen to is from those times. And of course, there were people like Tom Petty who somehow like made cool music in the 90s. But
Tom Petty's written lyrics that I can't repeat because I'll cry.
Oh, I know.
My favorite song in the world, You Don't Know What It's Like to Be Me.
Oh,
you don't know what it's like. Oh my God, what the fuck?
Such a great song, dude.
Oh my God.
I just got I should drop this right now. I just got a Sirius XM show on Tom Petty Radio. No. It's called All American Made. My second album was called All American Made, and I had a song where I say like, tell me Tom Petty, what do you think will be next? It's All American Made. And then the day that album came out, Tom died. It was so nuts. And since then I've become
killing a lot of people. Aretha Franklin.
Dude, I know.
Hey, don't write any songs about fat comedians that take their shirt off.
Too late. I was going to tell you.
I got a song called Put the Shirt Back On, Fatty.
But no, I love
60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Cause I came to Led Zeppelin late.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, but I came to Led Zeppelin late, and even Leonard Skinner, which I liked the surface stuff, but it wasn't until I met my wife that I think sometimes falling in love allows you to understand better music.
Absolutely.
The Dead fucked me up. I remember the day I got to Dead. I was lucky enough to speak at. For two things. The Dead invited me down to Dead Ahead. That was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I mean, so rich in every experience in that. I'm a huge Goose fan too.
Yes.
So they had a Rebelo down there, and we saw them play private in a cafe on the resort one afternoon.
Awesome. They're such sweethearts.
And they really are. They're so talented. But they asked me to introduce a song at the Music Cares, whatever it was. And
yeah.
Yeah. So it's my
the Grammy party.
He's still alive, so I don't need to answer. But at the whatever it was, and so they said. So I'm not saying Bob Weir's not like a fan of mine, but he's okay with me being around. That's enough. That's enough, right?
That's enough, yes.
His management's like, he loves you. I don't know if he even knows who I am.
Great.
They invited me to go work out with him one day, and they're like, never mind, he's sick. But I love Bob Weir.
Dude, I love his workouts.
Like, I don't think I could do his
walking
workouts.
barefoot, like, through the wilderness. I'm like, Bob, don't your feet hurt?
Yeah, he's
like,
a beast.
No,
he looks great.
Yeah.
So they were like, yo, we just need you to introduce a song. So I had two songs I was going to introduce, Sugar Magnolia or Truckin'. Truckin' was going to be played by Dwight Yoakam, and Sugar Magnolia was played, I think, by Vampire Weekend. I don't know.
Sick.
I can't remember who played what. Sugar Magnolia is so I have two songs. There's a song that's a gateway song, which is the one that introduces you to the Dead, where you go, well, who is this? Oh, yeah. That's the Dead, and that's the song. And then there's the song that gets you hooked, right? And that's the one that's not very popular, but that's the one that, now those are your favorite songs. Now you get the catalog.
Yeah.
And I had two I had a very short intro, and then I had a really in-depth intro on what the Dead meant to me and whatnot. Right before the show, they're like, how, you gonna go up and have fun? And I was like, well, I think they said keep it short. And they're like, go as long as you want. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. So just talk about, you do whatever you, Bob loves you. And I was like, great. And right before I went on, I wish I could remember exactly who it was, goes, keep it short. And I went, really? He goes, trust me. They're not listening. And they what they did is they walked me out on the stage and they had me stand there. So I was standing, like I was with the mic standing there. And so there's no intro for me. And then I just started speaking, and I was at the last minute, I was like, keep it short. And I just said that Dwight Yoakam's my wife's hall pass. Nice. And Dwight Yoakam goes, I am? but Sugar Magnolia for me was the one. I was sitting in my truck outside Doak Campbell Stadium, and it was nighttime, and Sugar Magnolia came on, and I didn't understand. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Scarlet Begonias.
That was my gateway
Scarlet Begonias
song too. Yeah.
Because that was what Vampire Weekend, Scarlet Begonias.
Nice.
And
such a good song. My cousin, my crazy cousin that I keep talking about, that I'm estranged from, she used to tour with the Dead. She'd follow them around. I mean, she was only 2 years older than me, but she was wild.
Really?
Yeah.
So when did you discover the Dead? How old were you?
So she definitely had gotten me into them a little bit, and it was Scarlet Begonias. And I remember thinking, wow, this is such a cool song. I couldn't explain it, but it was different.
It's different.
It was poetic. I felt like it was a song about me. And, but yeah, then it was just kind of I think I was about 14, 15 at that point. Hadn't even smoked any weed yet. And then it was said boyfriend who, we obviously broke up, and it was him. And he was just one of the fans that would play every live album. And it was he really, really, really wanted me to get them. And it kind of wasn't until we broke up that I really kind of fell in love with them and took a deep dive into studio albums and stuff. Cause I had only been listening with him to every live album that had ever been made.
So when you start writing music for the first time, when do you pick up a guitar for the first time?
So I pick up my first guitar at the age of 12, I think.
Wow. I guess, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
12. I mean, I've been playing a long time, but I just kind of do cowboy chords or whatever. I'm not a proficient lead player. I play piano. I play drums.
You're lying right now. Because I've seen you play. You are proficient. Trust me, you don't know what a cowboy player is.
Let's see it.
It's so bad.
I am.
But when do you get I'm always as a person that plays the guitar, there's real living room guitarists, whereas I can pick up a guitar and play, and then there's people that really know what they're doing and can write a song. Yeah. So when does that turn for you? And what songs do you start writing? Do you start writing? Were you always landing where you're landing now, or was that a progression? Did you find your voice?
Absolutely. I was kind of just, imitating other people in the beginning. And I think Joan Baez is somebody that a lot of women impersonate when they pick up a guitar, learning Emmylou Harris songs, or it was really about right when I moved to Nashville. At first I thought about going to college and, trying to get a music degree, but my parents didn't really have the money. I was already paying back on my other student loans from Illinois. And so I just started going out to all these open mic nights in Nashville that are you sit in the stools and you just sign your name up on the list. And that was my education. I would go out and I would go to this bar that is called the Hall of Fame Lounge. It's right down on Music Row. It was in a Best Western, and everybody hanging out there was 50 and over. And I was 20. And they would all buy me beers. I had no ID. And I just sat and studied them and studied people's reaction to their songs. It was that song was funny. And it had this kind of almost a punchline in it. It is really joke writing a lot of times for me. I like writing really quirky, funny songs. I'm drawn to songs like Loretta Lynn's Don't Come Home a-Drinkin' with Lovin' on Your Mind or something. I have this song that I just recently cut on my latest record that is a Waylon Jennings song, and the line in it is get your tongue out of my mouth, I'm kissing you goodbye. So it was there is a punchline, there is a comedian aspect to it, but it was really in that time that I started studying what made a song good, what made it shitty. And, but I think really over the next 10 years, it was like I honed everything in, and I was in rock bands, soul bands. I did the like folky thing for a long time. And then I got really into like the Kinks. I don't know if you're familiar with the Kinks, but I fell in love with them. Let me
see. Sometimes I say yeah, and then I go, I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah. The Kinks.
Like you said Emmylou Harris, and I was thinking of someone else. And then I was like, oh,
got me now.
Oh, yeah,
you got me so I don't know what I'm doing. And like, I got so into them, and they had this album called Muswell Hillbillies. And it was like everything that they did kind of had these like social political undertones. And it was like they were just writing about being poor and being losers. Yeah, Muswell Hillbillies, 1971 there. And all these. And it's like them falling in love with Southern rock and then regurgitating it as like British people. So maybe your wife would dig it.
My wife is sitting on the edge of her chair right now. All she has to do is bring up a couple drinks and we can hang out with her.
Sweet, never come up.
So did you ever hang out with an artist where all of a sudden they opened you up and you were like almost you couldn't get enough of them? Like I'll give you an example. When I first moved to New York, I met a guy named Dimitri Martin.
Oh, he's so funny.
He's brilliant. He was a brilliant man. And he said to me, I went to his house and he had been a lawyer at the time. He was in law school. He dropped out of law school.
Nice.
His wife at the time, I went to their wedding. She was a doctor. She was in med school. And he applied the way he worked about life into comedy. And it opened me up. And he said, he showed me every morning he'd wake up and he'd write 5 ideas for board games. And then I write, and then he'd go 5 puzzles. I'm going to see if I can make 5 puzzles. And then he'd do an anagram. And he goes, I'm just working out my brain. And I feel like, and then I start writing jokes. And then I write for an hour, I just write jokes. And I'll take dog this, dog that. And I was watching him work and I really was like, I can't get enough of the guy. Nice. Now, what I didn't realize is the thing I took from him isn't something I can apply to comedy, but I can apply it to the way I look at life. It's like, no ideas are off limits. Every idea is a good idea. Let's see if we can find how to apply it. And the writing, I write nonstop, and then and it's a little thing. And then that can get slid in over here. But did you ever work, who were people that you met where you were like, oh, this person's rich with texture and holy shit, I feel like this is an endless well.
Damn. Well, yeah, I guess 20 years ago, it really was like my husband and I started writing together, and the stuff that he was into and the way that he was writing, and he'd studied the Beatles, he'd studied all the chord progressions, and he knew more things like, oh, this is a circle of fifths. And, he would show me stuff.
Yeah.
So that was definitely our partnership started as a creative partnership.
Could you have fallen in love with someone that didn't like music?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely have in the past. I had, but most of the time they were kind of, guitar players and stuff.
Could you have dated someone who was like, hey, if we get married, we're going to dance to Ace of Base?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've always had a thing for musicians. It's bad. It's my weakness.
What's sexier, musicians or athletes?
Oh, musicians. I'm like, I see a buff guy and I'm like, oh, he looks like he spends too much time in the gym watching sports.
Okay.
But I will say, baseball is my favorite sport. It's the all-American. It's the only sport. It's my favorite.
My wife is literally losing her mind right now. She's like, she's in love with the baseball player body.
Hell
she goes,
yeah.
And when I met her, I had a baseball player body.
Nice.
Now I'm more like a cage fighter. But so when I say something, if you said to named any comic that I'm friends with, I could tell you what I drew from them. And I'm always curious of as an artist, I think we're sponges a little bit, and everything. I mean, when I go to a live show, it really is for music. It's weird. It's like therapy for me. Yes. My brain starts spinning and I start thinking of thoughts. I
love that.
I hope this gets back to him. I was blown away that Sturgill Simpson didn't cosplay Sturgill Simpson. That he wore what he wanted to wear on stage.
Right.
He had everyone else is in cowboy boots and cowboy hats and bolo ties, and they're playing what they think he would wear on stage, and he is in New Balance shoes with a pair of Gap jeans and a shirt and no cowboy hat, and he just jammed.
That's so crazy. It's so pop-up. Because back in the day, he definitely was wearing like a vest, and some boots, and his hair was long and everything, you know. But I think everybody goes through these phases. I feel like for my whole last couple albums, I was so into the jam world and psychedelic rock, and it was like I wasn't wearing any boots. I was just barefoot, and like there's.
Were you barefoot in Mexico?
Yes.
So when I wanted to talk to you about, because I was like, I wanted to start going barefoot on stage. So I don't like thinking anything.
Shoes are prisons for your feet. That was the thought I had one time when I was on mushrooms, and it stuck with me. I'm like, why are we wearing these? I almost came up barefoot I'm
always
here,
barefoot.
And you're barefoot. I should have been there with you.
Those are. If my wife came up right now, the first thing she'd say, those are the boots that got him to fall in love with me.
Oh,
are those Fry?
Yeah,
those exact boots.
They're so good.
Those exact boots. If I see them, I stop and I think of my wife. Like they're my favorite.
They're so you can wear them in the garden. You can wear them anywhere. I'm like, come on, Fry, sponsor me. But yeah, I think being barefoot, it just connects you to the ground. And I don't know, we got on a little sidetrack there, but we were talking about like, yeah, when you see another artist, how you pull something from each of them. And I feel like there's been so many people that I've watched their show, and I've just taken a little something here and there. Like Charles Bradley, rest in peace. I don't know if you know Charles Bradley, but he was a soul singer. He was like a James Brown impersonator forever. And then he finally like got a career of his own and put out some albums in his like 50s. But I saw him perform, and he threw roses from the stage, and it was just so beautiful. And he was giving back to the audience, and then he did a costume change at the end. And I took both of those things from Charles, because it was like there were two like small things I could do without a huge budget. It was like throw out the roses, you can go back, the band's playing, you come out in a little like Tina Turner outfit, you know. And then it's funny because then I'll see other people, I'm like, oh, they're throwing out roses. I wonder where they got that, you know. But it's fine because I've borrowed it from somewhere, and and it is all just kind of like being passed down.
What about John Prine? Did you work with John Prine?
I did. I knew John really well, and I got to record with him, kind of, and tour with him in the end of his life. We did a duet of Unwed Fathers. We donated the money to the ACLU, and there's a video of me doing it, and I'm like this pregnant. I'm like so big, you can't even put your hands around my stomach. But I've definitely stole from him. I mean, I could go point to exact songs of mine. I have a song called Heart of America that was totally inspired by John Prine's Paradise. I think everybody has a song that was inspired by that, you know? My wife's
obsessed with Dwight Yoakam. And so, and then when we started dating, she was like, "We're just to give you a heads up, we're going to a lot of Dwight Yoakam shows." And at first, I was more jam bandy, and I didn't really get it. And then I went to a show, and I was like, "Oh, I get it." And then
so good.
She got us tickets to the YouTube Theater, I think is what it was, maybe. And this just when it opened in down in by SoFi, and I ate an edible, and because I think you're only allowed like 2 drinks.
Right,
so
yeah.
I was like, oh,
you better get ready before.
And it kicked in when he was covering Paradise.
Ah, yes.
And it was just, and I was like crying. I was like, this is fucking incredible. Like what?
Bob Weir and I did a Dwight Yoakam tribute show a few years back, and Bob and I covered Fast as You. And my mom got to come, and so she got her pick with Dwight Yoakam. I think he might be her hall pass too. But she looks so happy. Dwight's in his hat. Yeah, we were sending pics to my dad. We were like French fried taters, give him Sling Blade references.
We played when we did Fully Loaded. We played what was the name of that song? Me and my wife would go up at the end and play the John Prine.
Oh, In Spite of Ourselves?
In Spite of Ourselves.
I love that one. I got to sing that one with him a few times.
But we changed the lyrics. So they were about each other. and they were just slamming each other. And she wrote new lyrics every thing, and I had too much going on. I just wrote the same lyrics. Mine were bangers. My wife matched with perfection. But I've never been more nervous than playing guitar on stage.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I would do 45 minutes after 12 comics.
Yeah.
And they'd put on the guitar, and I would be shaking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, John was a special one. I got drunk with him a few times, real drunk. And God, they would hang late. Like, John would eat sushi before the show, and then he would do a show, and then he would leave before the crowd left. He'd be in a black SUV, driving himself to the hotel. He had a fake name that he would check in at the hotel under. And then he would order a pizza, and he would get everybody to come up to his room, and he would make these cocktails called Handsome Johnnies that were vodka and ginger ale, but the cheapest vodka.
Really?
Yeah. And so we'd stay there, we'd get tight with them, and it'd be like 3 a.m, 4, and we'd be like, maybe we should go. And they'd be like, oh no, hang longer. John's wife, Fiona, is such a good friend too.
Did you ever deal with imposter syndrome in your career?
Yeah, for sure. I remember one time at the Americana Awards, there was a dressing room I was supposed to go into, and it said Emmylou Harris, Lucinda Williams, Bonnie Raitt, and Margo Price. And I hid in the bathroom for 30 minutes because I couldn't go out there. I was like, how can I be in the room with these heroes of mine? And eventually I went in there, and they were so nice, treated me like their little sister or something. But yeah, do you get imposter syndrome? I feel like everybody does, right?
I think, I think I got it. I get it, but it's internal. I internalize it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I'm good enough. I really sometimes I actually go, am I still, was I ever funny? Why, what do people like about me? Did I, and especially when you're working on new material, you'll write a joke that'll surprise you, and you'll go, did I think of that?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe I thought of that. I mean, I can't imagine. I really have always wanted to write music. Meaning, when I started, I was like, I'll be a musician. That was my thing.
Yeah.
And, but I was, the thing that makes the thing that makes the person perfect for me was that I didn't know I was being funny, and I'm funnier when I'm not trying to be funny. And I was naturally I'm naturally a little bit of a fool. I'm a little bit of an idiot, and I mishear things, and I am fun to be around. And I just noticed in college that people would say, and I think differently. I think a little differently than the average person. And so my buddy Keith was telling me, do you remember when we drove to South Carolina, and they were like, hey, Bert, grab the mic. We were in a bus, and there's do comedy. I did I was on that mic for an entire ride from Tallahassee to South Carolina.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but I love that energy. So the serious part, I could never get the serious part. I couldn't.
I feel like music and comedy do go hand in hand, though. And if you have a brain to do one, not everybody can cross over. My husband's always writing jokes, and sometimes they're so funny, and sometimes I'm like, no, go back, rewrite that.
If you own a handgun for self-defense, your storage likely fits into one of two frustrating categories. It's either locked away, safe, but out of reach in an emergency, or it's unsecure, leaving it vulnerable to everyone. I am the latter. Stopbox USA saw the problem and designed a groundbreaking solution. With the Stopbox Pro, you'll never have to choose between security and readiness ever again. Its ingenious push-button locking system gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters without the hassle of keys or the reliance of batteries. And let me tell you something, that can be a problem. The reason my gun's out right now is because the safe my wife had, the batteries died in it, and we lost the key, and we had to have the guy come up and break open the thing, and now I don't have anything to keep it in. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time. No power needed. With Stopbox USA, you can finally have both security and readiness. The Stopbox Pro's mechanical keyless system allows for fast, secure access without the risk of fumbling for keys when every second counts. It's also battery-free, so you never have to worry about your lock not working, and that is exactly what happened to me. Don't be me. Get yourself a Stop Box. For a limited time, our listeners can get 15% off at Stop Box when you use code BERT at checkout. Head to StopBoxUSA.com and use code BERT for 15% off your entire order. And after you purchase, they're going to say, hey, where did you hear about us? Please support our show and tell them that our show sent you. Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It is a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave you downstairs a pep talk in a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And gentlemen, all I'll say is they deliver. When you show up down there, they notice and you notice. Take one at 4 p.m., get in the hot tub, have yourself a little mocktail, and then take it to the bedroom. Guys, this isn't just about performance. It's about legacy, or rather, third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know, when you lay it down, they talk about how it got up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of Blue Chew for free. Just use promo code Bertcast at checkout. Pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And I would like to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast and last night's thrusting session. I think you could write comedy very easily.
I love to tell jokes. I actually have a couple of good jokes one I just told Willie the other day, and he laughed pretty hard. He tells the best jokes.
Really?
He loves jokes. That's like the way you can get him to light up. There's actually, okay, I'll tell you the one I told him, and then I'll tell you a Willie joke after that. What does the stripper do with her asshole before she goes into work? She drops him off at band practice.
I was gonna say, tells her what time to pick her up.
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying to do the math on it.
Yes, right. Yeah. And then a Willie joke that he told me a long time ago that I just think is hysterical.
Drops him off at band practice.
She drops him off at band practice.
That's such a better fucking line.
Let's see. He told me this joke about this guy. He goes, you hear about the guy who was in love with his proctologist?
No.
I said, no. Well, the guy goes in to the doctor's office and he says, okay, well, let's see what's going on. Why don't you turn around? I'll take a look at you. So the guy pulls his pants down and the proctologist is looking around in there. And he goes, well, I know what the problem is. You've got a dozen long stem roses up your ass. And the guy turns around and goes, did you get the card too? And Willie told me that joke. It's just like, that's what we do when we're together. We just like swap jokes back and forth.
Willie Nelson is a real legend.
He is.
I don't think I realized I think, sometimes the artist gets bigger than their art. Mm. And, I think that's Snoop Dogg is that way. I think Willie's that way. Willie's such a legend that people forget what they've done. And I didn't realize it until I was getting ready for an interview with Lucas.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wait, I didn't want to talk to him about his dad.
Right.
But I was like, your dad, you
kind of can't not mention it though. I mean,
I brought it up a couple times, but and he loves his dad. So it's like, you do love your dad.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's like Willie's like America's dad. My kids have like met Willie and like have photos with him, and like I have a picture of my daughter when she was a baby, and like Willie's just holding her, and I'm like, do you realize like someday this is going to be like telling people like I met Abraham Lincoln, like you met Willie Nelson, like it's he's beyond country music. He's like the definition of America. He's just such an incredible, and he's so down to earth. Like he's just one of those people that has just remained incredibly grounded.
What was it like the first time you met him? Do you remember where you were?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was at Farm Aid, and my buddy who is no longer around, he was a great radio DJ at Sirius XM, Jeremy Tepper. Yeah. Do you know Jeremy Tepper?
I'm going to pull a picture maybe.
He was so fun. He smoked all the weed with me too. And he just passed recently, but
I didn't know him.
He was such a cool guy. And he's like, come with me. You're getting on Willie's bus. We're going to go smoke a doobie with him. And I went up there. I have this photo of me and Willie just puffing on this joint. And like, he was just like, oh yeah, you like to smoke weed? Okay, well, sure. You know, we just talked, and like, I've known him for 10 years now. I spend every Thanksgiving with him and Annie. We go out to Maui and just go hang with them and like play him my new song demos. It's insane. It's so crazy that I've forged a friendship with like probably the coolest person on the planet.
That's insane. It is really insane. Wait, yeah. How old are your kids?
14, 15, and 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 2 surprises with the same guy 10 years apart.
2 surprises. I just found out my wife and I could have a surprise if I get someone else's eggs and get them inside my wife.
Ooh.
She's in menopause, but I have to trick her
nice.
pretty aggressively.
My husband closed down shop, and I was like, I don't know, maybe we could have had a couple more.
No, we have a fire sale going on with me. We're trying desperately to get back in business. We got a lot of inventory. It's just our buyers
being
just
wasted.
shut down.
Just being wasted.
Do you remember the blockades that were happening with the ports after COVID, and the ships were just lined up?
That's
me.
what's happening.
Yeah, I'm the lined up ships. And my wife's port, they're not letting anyone in because of COVID.
No, that's crazy.
I love analogies more than anything in the world.
Me too.
I love good analogies. How hard is it? Like, your young one clearly has no frame of reference for what they're seeing.
Yeah. It's totally crazy. It'll be like, I've got this great picture of her. She's like on the private jet with Willie. She's got tattoos all over her face, and she's just like, has no idea she's hanging out, Chris Christopherson's last Thanksgiving. It was 2 years ago. And I have this a video of Ramona sitting on the floor very quietly, which is so unlike her. And they were listening to Willie's, at the time, unreleased album that Micah had done. It was called Last Leaf on the Tree. And she just sat there in between the two of them and just it was like she almost kind of knew that she was in a very like special place, because she was just being so good and well behaved and quiet.
Wow. I wish comedy worked the same way. My daughter's this uncle that we all call Uncle Joey, but there was really an Uncle Joey to them. And then they saw him do stand-up, and they were like, that's what he says? They're like, that's what Uncle Joey talks about? And I was like, oh yeah, you didn't know that? And they're like, Jesus Christ, are his balls really as big as he says they are? I'm like, yeah, they're bigger.
Yeah.
Chris Christopherson's a badass.
Oh my gosh. He was just like a Renaissance man.
He really was.
I got pulled up on stage with him in 2015 to sing Me and Bobby McGee and to do the Janice part like at the end, because Patti Smith had got stuck in traffic, which I was so grateful that she did because it was really, really fun. And that song has like been like a roadmap of some sorts for me.
Really?
And yeah, I covered it for years and years, and then but getting to sing it like with Chris. And at the time he was really dealing with like he was losing his memory. He had Lyme's disease and was kind of misdiagnosed for a long time. So like he would not remember like who his wife Lisa was, and he wouldn't remember his kids. And he would, every time I would meet him, it would be like meeting him for the first time again, even though I knew him for like 10 years. Ugh. And, but he would get on stage and he would start singing his songs, and he would know the songs and know the melody. It was just like very, very special to watch. It was hard to watch, but
yeah.
But yeah, man.
I was telling something the other day. I don't think I really understood Chris Christopherson until I heard Sunday Morning.
Oh, Sunday Morning Coming Down, that song.
And then it's the one song to get.
Yes.
And then once you get it, you go, oh wait, this isn't who I thought it was.
Totally.
It's like you can listen to the theme song for Dukes of Hazzard, but you're not going to get Waylon Jennings because you listen to that theme song.
Totally.
Like you got to listen to there's a richer song in that catalog.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely it's or who sings Eastbound and Down? He's bad. He was in Smoking the
Jerry
Bandit.
Reed. Jerry Reed. Yeah, I love
By the way,
Jerry Reed.
Underrated.
He's
in my opinion.
so good.
Oh, so
Jerry Reed
underrated. He's so good.
He's the best. Actually, I just covered Sunday Morning Coming Down. So if we
Did
want
you
to jam
really?
at the end, I'll do it because I just learned it just like
Oh,
that
for real?
a month
Oh, so
ago.
are you going to play guitar?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
always want to go. By the way, I don't have
Let's
any more
jam.
meetings, do I?
Let's jam.
No, I'm not going to jam. I suck.
That's not true.
I wrote a song, and I'll show you the chord progression. It was so bad.
Hell yeah.
It was a ripoff of the Indigo Girls,
Okay.
who, by the way, massively underrated.
They really are.
Fucking
They
love.
really are. I love that you love the Indigo Girls. That's so like
It's the first song I ever learned.
really
Fine, yeah.
cool.
Well, the first song I ever learned was Black Crowes, She Talks to Angels.
Ooh,
And then I went to my
solid.
uncles. My uncles all played guitar. And I was like, yo, I want to learn Closer to Fine. And my uncles weren't necessarily woke back then. So
Neither are mine.
they said something to the effect of they weren't politically aligned with learning those types of songs. And then I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's one of my favorite songs.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to tell you. By the way, I think I learned how to play it wrong. I just thought it was G and C.
Right? You're like, wait,
Yeah.
what's this? A?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what's this?
Sus.
Do you, when you look at that, when you write a song, do you write A7 sus 4?
No. I'm definitely like, I don't really know music theory too well. I have relative pitch. I don't have perfect pitch, but I can read those chord charts and I could figure all that out.
I can figure it out, but it's not going to sound right.
Right,
But
right.
you did something that I got to share with you. So my wife, you did this with your nails.
Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen. Yeah.
She did that for me.
Yes.
I said, my wife said that you wrote 9 to 5 on your fingernails. And she went, oh yeah.
Did she get it out?
And she went, stumbled to the bed and then to the kitchen, poured myself a cup of ambition.
ma'am.
Tried to come alive. She goes, hell yeah, when do you want me to stop? And I was like, don't.
Yeah, keep
And
going.
I was like, hold on. She goes, is your
going,
wife
darling.
is your wife a fan of mine? And I said, Dolly, you are like my wife's like everything.
Right.
She goes, well, someone get a guitar, and signed a guitar and said, get this to your wife. And I was like,
Sweet.
she was
Amazing.
And by the way, I gotta give a shout out to Dollywood. Dollywood is like the best theme park out there. Busch Gardens,
is.
Virginia is pretty amazing. But when you talk about an authentic slice of a theme park, Dollywood really rocks. The topography is amazing. The food is authentically of that area. The rides are all family friendly with a bunch of fun thrill rides.
I love Dollywood. I went there one time. Me and my friend rented like a purple Barbie Jeep and we took a fuck ton of mushrooms and went to Dollywood.
So wait, how hard is it to have friends for you? Because like you got kids in school.
Yeah.
So you have so your first is a boy, right?
Yep.
And so
He's in high school.
he's in high school. So I'm trying to do the math. Okay, so you are doing drop off and pick up and all that stuff right as in the real thick of your, like at the very beginning of the run of like you're popping.
Yeah.
And all the stuff where you're forming friendships with those parents is you're touring, you're famous, you're blowing up. How hard is it to form an authentic relationship with a parent at your son or daughter's school and know if they're your friend or know if they're a fan or know if they're trying to get tickets or know if they're just deadheads who want to meet Bob Weir?
Yeah, they usually show themselves pretty soon. It'll be like, I was wanting to know if we could get into the Jack White venue. I'm like, okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't spend a lot of time socializing these days. I feel like when I go to a show and I have a bunch of friends there, I get to throw down with them. Like I just was at Farm Aid. I got to hang with Billy Strings. I got to hang with my buddy Jesse Wells, and I got to see Lucas and Nathaniel Rateliff and
Daniel Rateliff, man.
Isn't he the best? He's such a sweetie.
God, I mean, I only know his music.
I could see y'all getting along. I'll tell him he needs to come in here.
I have
and
a
visit
feeling
you.
we'd probably hit it off.
I think you really would. I feel like I've grown up with him in a way. Like both of our albums kind of got started back there. What was it, 2014, 2015? But yeah, there's not a lot of time for me to go socialize. And I mean, they're on the road and like have this weird, like staying up till like 3 or 4 in the morning, sleeping till noon, or like go back home and then you get total whiplash because I've got to be up at 5:45 to take my son to school. He has to be there at 7 in the morning. And it's, I'm always the weird mom too. I feel awkward. I'm always trying to make conversations. I have met a couple moms that I vibe with and I feel like I can be myself around, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people have preconceived notions about me and like they judge me and think I'm not a good mom or something because I've been like open about my cannabis and psilocybin use. But
I imagine in that area too, you are going to get those parents. I used to throw out jokes to ward them off.
Soften the blow. Yeah,
it was almost like
warning shots.
I put out the poison. I shoot one across the, what is it? Shoot it across the bow. What's the shot across the bow?
Ooh, okay.
Just to warn them.
Okay.
I remember Dad came up to me. He's like, "Hey," he was like, "Hey, my daughter's ... And I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "I think our daughters are friends." I was like, "Yeah." It is very first day of school. He's like, "I think they're in the same class." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." He was like, "I hear you're a comedian." And I was like, "Yep." He's like, "You friends with Joe Rogan?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's got to be cool." And I was like, "Yeah." I go, "Hey, have you seen the kindergarten moms this year?" He was like, "What?" The kindergarten moms look hot. He was like, what do you mean? And I was like, "Cool, you're not cool. You're not cool. You just want to meet Joe." It's like our thing with comics, and all our buddies will say it, is Joe was such a thing that it became anything anyone wanted to talk to you about was Joe.
You could always
come back to him.
Tell what the gateway to the conversation was.
Yeah, or like I remember Joey Diaz was at that school. Joey Diaz. I wish you knew who Joey Diaz was. He is the funniest dude. He is the funniest man alive. But he was at that school and he just make a beeline.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He'd make a beeline directly to me and he'd be like, "Dog. You see the fucking principal this year?" He was like my daughter's uncle. Aww. But yeah, it's forming friendships is when you're in the entertainment business, and imagine in Nashville, it's got to be difficult.
Yeah, it can be a little weird. Like I said, there's people that I feel like I've either met on my way up or like Sturgill. I also met like Jason Isbell kind of like at the beginning of his career.
Jesus Christ. That's the maddest my wife's ever been at me. I went to see Jason Isbell at the Ryman.
Didn't take her.
I went with her and I got too drunk. And I started falling asleep and I was like, "Yo, I got to get out of here." And she's like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "What?" She goes, "I am enjoying this concert. We had the most amazing seats." I was like, "Hey, I got to get the fuck out.
I might not make it.
I'm not going to make it." She was livid. She's
was it an acoustic set? No, it was full band?
No, I think it was. He was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good. So many guys, Tyler and your song together.
Oh man, Tyler, I met Tyler also at the beginning of his career. So we've kind of known each other like on the whole come up, and it's good to be able to have friends that I can talk to. Him and Sonora both. I think the world of them. And
yeah, I think the people you've worked with are insane. What's the guy's name? The Mask.
Orville Peck.
Orville Peck.
Yes, I wrote a song for us. It's called, it was inspired by a conversation my husband and I had at the breakfast table one morning when I screamed this line at him. And it was, "You're an asshole. I can't stand you. And I want a divorce." And my husband goes, "That'd be a great song title." And immediately ended the fight. And I sent Orville that song. And then this other song that I had written that was called "It's Not You, It's Me and Him." And it would have worked from both ways because he's gay.
Yes.
But we had a lot of fun.
I want to come up with just like I said to someone the other day. I want to write a country music song, and it's about a 50-year-old grandma who feels like she's losing it, but she's still got it. And it's called Meow Me Ma.
Ooh. So, Ballad of the Cougar.
Yeah. I wrote a bunch. Ballad of the Cougar.
We got this. You know, they say change a word, get a third. I'll be have my publisher reach out.
Choosing a work boot used to mean sacrificing comfort or durability. If they were comfortable, they weren't durable. And if they were durable, they sure as hell weren't comfortable. Brunt thought that was BS. So they built tough boots that feel great from day one. No breaking in, no sore feet, because people out there doing the real work shouldn't have to choose between comfort and durability. They're the Brunt's best-selling Marin boots are not only built for the toughest jobs on site, they're completely waterproof. Whether it's raining, mud, standing on water, standing on your feet, all dry, all day, they'll stay dry. Brunt isn't just about work boots. They offer a full range of high-quality performance gear built for tough jobs, from heavy-duty work pants to weather-resistant jackets. Brunt's durable design gives you reliable workwear to keep you protected and productive in any condition. Brunt knows they have the best boots on the planet, so they're going to let you try on their product on the job. I'm telling you right now, I have two. I have the Marin and I have another one, and I can't tell you, I can't remember the name of them. I'm in Austin, so I don't have them on me, or I would show you them. They are like wearing Uggs. They're so comfortable, it is ridiculous. Lightweight, water resistant, slip on, oil resistant, heat resistant, electrical hazard rated. With temps dropping and the holidays coming up, it's time to treat yourself or the man in your life, the hardworking man in your life, to real comfort. Skip the throwaway gifts and get him something built to last. Brunt Workwear. Our listeners get $10 off their entire order with code Bertcast at checkout. That's bruntworkwear.com and use code Bertcast. Order today. And obviously, please let them know that you heard about them on our show. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many of us. This November, BetterHelp is encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on their friends, their loved ones, reconnect with the people they love in their life, and remind the people that are in your life that you're there. You're just there. Just as it can take a little encouragement to send that message, you grab a coffee with someone that you haven't seen in a while, reaching out for therapy can feel difficult also, but it's worth it. And it's almost always leaves people wondering, why didn't I start therapy sooner? I have definitely said that to myself. When I was going through issues with my daughter, Georgia, and she was 16, and I was in therapy, and I was working through it all so well, I remember saying to Leanne, maybe I should have been in therapy earlier in their lives. Maybe I would have been a better dad. And listen, with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews this month. Don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Bert. That's betterhelp.com/Bert. When I first started doing comedy, I do like a cover of Jane Says as the lead singer of the B-52s.
Ooh.
And so that was like, as a joke, they're all jokes,
yeah.
But I'd write funny songs. And it was always to John Mellencamp. Nice. And it was just easier songs for me to learn.
Sucking on chili dogs.
It was Pink
Sorry,
Houses.
he was just a farm aide. So.
Yeah. Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he's on the board. Aren't
you on the board?
I am on the board. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty nuts.
Holy cow.
It's insane.
So wait, what do you get good vegetables then?
Yeah. We do we do a lot of like meetings throughout the year, and there's a lot of grants that come in, and we all like sometimes talk and decide who the grants are going to go to, or who we want to come play at the festival or whatever.
Do you do comedy at Farm Aid?
We should.
You definitely should.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. It's pretty nuts though. I'll be like, I've got a Zoom meeting today. I'm going to do a Zoom call with Neil Young. It's crazy.
I got an opportunity to meet John Mellencamp.
He's got a standing desk.
Who does?
Neil in like a barn or something.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It's very cool.
That's so cool when you meet these guys. Like, do you fangirl out? I fangirl out. Wild.
Man.
Now I'm sure you don't, but like the first time you meet Neil Young or John Mellencamp
it's pretty nuts. I feel like Neil's really intimidating. And the first time I met him, I had my booking agent, Jonathan Levine, was like, you got to come meet Neil, because he knew I was such a big fan. And he was pushing me over to him. And I was like, I don't want to meet him. And then I got up there, and he was sitting side stage watching Willie. And he shook my hand. Nice to meet you. He gave me a hug, gave me a kiss on the cheek. didn't wash my face for a long time. But yeah, I think I just have really tried to respect all of them and give them their space. But like inside, I'm screaming. You know, I love them. And like Willie, I've gotten so close to him, but it still is a pretty big deal.
So what was the choice between when you put out the Hard-Headed Woman, you also did the limited 8-track vinyl?
Yeah, all
like,
those.
Can anyone play an 8-track anymore?
You know, my grandma still has an 8-track player, but that's a good question. They sold out. Like the 8-tracks and the reel-to-reels like sold out.
Really?
Which is nuts. I had I wanted to put out like a double album, but of course, you know, like there's a lot of back and forth between everybody, and so that was kind of how we compromised, because I had like this cool song with Billy Strings. It was called Too Stoned to Cry. I wanted that to be on the record. And so there's like a double album that you can get that's like signed. It's got a poster that folds out of me like half naked on a horse.
Are those sold out?
My husband was and there's like this horse.
Right now everyone's going, hold on, Bert.
Google it. Right. I think there's still some left. And my husband was like, we got the vinyl at the house, and he opens up the poster, and it's like me on one side, and then he folds the other side out. And please don't kill me, honey, for telling this story. But and then leading me is like this horse wrangler, and the record label was like, we like the shot with the guy in it. You know, we know he wasn't supposed to be in there, but it looks kind of cool. Would you be down to have him? I was like, yeah. And then my husband's like, what's this? There's just a hot guy on your album cover? What's this all about? So I think for like Christmas or something, I'm going to like Photoshop his head on the guy's on the poster.
Can you convince my wife to take like a tasteful semi-nude?
Oh, absolutely.
I really think she looks great right now. But I go, one day she's going to be old as shit.
Dude, yeah, that's right. Take your top off while you still got
You know, we almost got a nude out of her a long time ago when she was pregnant. And I missed that.
Oh, man. Yeah. I had a friend from Germany who wanted to take nude photos of my husband and I when we were in our 20s. And we were like, oh, no, we would never. And now I'm like, I really wish I would have had that photo of us at 20. Like, I love the John Lennon and Yoko, like, where he's naked and she's not. Yeah. I'm like, you guys should reenact this one. If your wife's not down for it, you get naked and
Kreischer,
cradle her.
Bert Kreischer, John Lennon, Yoko Ono. See if he gets anything.
Nude.
No, we never posted that picture.
Did you do the photo?
Hey, is there someone downstairs that works for me that has that photo?
That was in the fetal position? You've already done the photo that I was suggesting.
But you know what? I was kind of skinny then, and I'm so glad I did it.
Oh my gosh.
I feel bad because one of my employees,
so
Rachel,
gorgeous.
was sitting south, and she just saw my butthole, and she was like, this is not what I signed up for on this job.
Right.
Do you get nervous as you add people to your team? And you add, and people, like, it's like your team gets bigger and bigger, and your career gets bigger and bigger. Is there a part of you where you get nervous and you go, you know, we can also just do like small venues.
Keep it chill.
Keep it chill.
No, I actually just went through a great mass exodus. My whole crew and band and everybody I had been rolling with for about 10 years, we all kind of broke up.
Really?
Yeah. And it was good. It needed to happen. But now it's nice. There's all this like fresh, like new energy around, and nobody's being pissy.
Oh, I get pissy. When we start a tour, I get real shitty.
Do you?
Because I go, so this is it?
Yeah.
All the old people are gone, huh? I guess we're not having fun anymore. No one knows any inside jokes.
The inside jokes, they die. Oh my gosh. There's a Waylon Jennings quote that's like, come home off the road, jokes ain't funny no more. Because like, no, you can't explain it to anybody.
Yeah, no one gets me water. Yeah. No one makes my bed. No one puts water in my bunk, in my bed. Oh my God.
They didn't give you your day sheet. You're looking at Master Tour. You're like,
it's what? Like, you know, little things like I don't really flush the toilet a ton on the tour bus.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. The vibe, yeah.
But I get a lot of IVs, so I always get in there and I'm like, man, it smells like vitamins in here. It smells like health. And my new assistant was like, it's disgusting. My old assistant smells vitamin piss. And he's like, Bert's healthy.
Yeah.
We're doing good. We're keeping the machine rolling.
Gonna have to train him. Gonna have to just train him.
Did anyone downstairs find that picture? Let me see.
Thank you. need to see it. I can't believe I was suggesting you do.
I can't believe people
already done.
It's tasteful. I don't know if it's tasty.
Love a tasteful nude.
I got a lot of those.
Oh, perfect. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So is this your wife?
No, I don't know that lady. Yeah, that's my wife.
Okay. That's great. Oh, she's gorgeous.
She was told at an age one time, someone said, you should never sing. She was singing some song and she goes, it fucked me up. But then I was like, fuck it, I love singing. She listens to music nonstop.
That's awesome.
She is, you are her fastball. Everyone that's making music right now is who she's obsessed with. But what's cool about her is she learns something and then dives into it. And then, but there's still like, you can introduce her to new stuff.
Hell yeah.
And then she'll be like, wait, what's this? And I'll be like, yeah, I knew you'd like that.
Yeah.
And then there's some stuff I play her that she's like, nope. And I'm like, really?
Know someone who knows what they do not like too. It's like, I feel like people can't like rag on like bands anymore. You know, it'd be like Kurt Cobain would be like, oh, fuck, fuck whoever. And now it's like, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Or people, I keep my mouth shut most of the time. I used to pick a lot of fights on Twitter with like bro country dudes. Just
for real?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kid Rock. Let's see, who else did I troll? I had a friend of mine, David Ferguson. He actually makes all Sturgill's records and he helped produce and engineer my third album that Sturgill also produced. And he FaceTimed me one time. He was shithouse drunk. And all of a sudden he pans the camera over and it was Kid Rock. And he looks at me and he just gets almost scared. And my friend was like, no, this is Margo fucking Price. Don't you know who she is? He goes, I know who she is. It was because I had definitely trolled him about probably his politics or something on Twitter. But yeah, he's an asshat.
Does Kid Rock follow politics?
That's the best joke all day. Oh my God.
Well, I could sit and talk to you. You have a book. Your book that you wrote in 2022 is coming out in paperback.
Yes, it's out now on paperback.
It's out right now in paperback?
Yeah.
It's called Maybe We'll Make It?
Maybe We'll Make It. Talks about a lot about those early days, about hanging and kind of forming my band. It really is just about the 10 to 12 years of struggling. Because like you were saying, the coming up, like that's the most exciting part. And it talks about all the different managers that tried to fuck me and fuck me over and all the ups and downs. Yeah, it's a good read. It's sad too.
And Hard-Headed Woman.
And Hard-Headed Woman. Yep, it's out now.
This August.
Yeah.
And all the accoutrements, the CD, the reel-to-reel, are all sold out. But we can still possibly get a half-naked photo.
You absolutely can. Yeah, I've got a tour coming up too. Come find me on tour.
What's your tour look like? Can I see it?
Yes. It is going to be happening October. I've got some really great openers. My buddy Dylan Warnick, who's a great writer. This band called Rattlesnake Milk, who I am obsessed with. They have an album called Chicken Fried Snake.
Hold on one second. I love when people do this.
Yes,
it's like,
right?
This is how I found the Red Clay Strays.
Yes, like, exactly.
Someone was like,
I want
to say we were sitting having a cigar, and a roadie came up.
Hell yeah!
And he was like, you're friends with I forget who he said. You're friends with someone. And I said, yeah. He goes, check out Red Clay Strays. And I was like, are they good? And he was like, just check them out. You might like them. And I put it on and I was like, fuck.
Hell yeah.
And that was got to be like 3 years ago.
Killer voice. Yeah, you found them before they popped off.
So you're going to be in Seattle, Washington at the Neptune. What a great theater the Neptune is.
Yeah, I love that place.
Portland, Oregon, Wonder Ballroom. Boise, Indiana, in Idaho. Boise, Idaho. That's how you're supposed to say that. Do you know that?
No, how?
Boise.
Really?
Boise.
I've been saying it wrong.
I know, me too.
My whole life.
I've been saying
Boise.
Crystal Bay, Nevada. Salt Lake City, Utah. Aspen, Colorado.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, wow. I'm going to hit my friend Keith up here and tell him he's got to go see you.
Please do.
Dallas, Texas. Austin, Texas.
Austin.
Come on. That's November 15th. Where am I on November 15th?
Yeah,
I
Austin's
would love to
always
come down.
so
All my
fun. I would
buddies- all
love
my
to party
buddies are
with you
there.
in Austin. Let's do it.
Am I on the road November 15th?
This is always like ships in the night.
Where am I? I'm in Dallas. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, Hershey, PA.
Texas, Atlanta, Nashville.
Yeah, come to Nashville.
I was so lucky. I have to say this, but I mean, you're going to get to listen to her sing, and in a second. I was so lucky to see you live. I was so lucky.
Thank you.
And it's so cool because it's the best way to take in music. Music's great when you listen to it in your phone or in your car, but when you see it live, it's a different feeling. And all I'll say is, like, you're gonna listen to some music. Check out the new album. Go to Spotify. We had her on Spotify the last couple days.
Thank you.
in our gym. You're not the best music to work out to. I'm not gonna lie to you. Doing sprawls to you is tough. We were doing.
I'll make you a playlist of my upbeat stuff. Right?
Kyle, at one point, we were doing. We're doing EMOMs every minute on the minute. 12 calories on the bike, on the ski erg, and on the rower, and we are gassed. And Kyle goes. I looked at Kyle. I go, she's not the best to work out to. And he's like, no, not at all.
I'm more like the soundtrack to do drugs too.
Right.
That's what I hope.
I'll tell you what you were great for, though. When the workout was over, we were laying listening to you.
Nice.
And we're like, this is like a warm blanket.
Okay, there you go.
You are fucking incredible. But I just mentioned all those cities. If you're in one of those cities, see if you can get tickets and bring a tight group of friends. Bring 3 other people. Yourself, get 4 tickets and make it a night. Go to an early dinner. Go to the show. Don't get too drunk at dinner. Get some cocktails at the show. Maybe eat a cap of a mushroom, a corner of an edible.
I like this.
Yes.
This is the perfect state.
And you're going to have one of the most magical nights. And I'm telling you, it is, I mean, it's so funny. I keep trying to figure out if I could have figured out if you could sing by listening to you talk.
Oh.
But you have such an interesting way of talking. I've been mesmerized this whole.
Thanks.
Like you are absolutely incredible. Wait, where's Leanne? Christian, where's Leanne?
Yeah, bring her up. I would love to play. I'd love to play a little tune for y'all.
Do you have to warm up your voice at all?
I might warm up my voice a tiny bit, sing just a teeny bit. Otherwise, I don't know. Actually, it might not be too bad, but
no, my voice. Can you hear how bad my voice is?
You got like a morning voice. It's sexy, right? Like
no.
It's
not
comforting.
It's not good for comedy.
Comforting voice.
It's not good for comedy.
I don't know. I feel like everybody likes lower voices.
This is my wife, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. How are you? It's so nice to meet you. I loved. I saw a photo of the two of you. That was the John and Yoko.
Hey, are the rest of the ladies going to come up?
This? I go, is this your wife?
Yeah,
he goes, no, I never met her, but.
And tell them to bring some beers.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. It didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet full of clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. And I shaved my legs and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. Well, I smoked my brain the night before with cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. Then I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at the can that he was kicking. Crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. It took me back to something that I'd lost somehow, somewhere along the way. But on a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. And Sunday morning coming down.
That was beautiful.
Can I make a slight adjustment?
Yes.
Why don't you just sing instead of talk?
Hey, I
Or
would
if you
love
sound,
to
if
do
you
that.
sound, no, if you sound like that, I would just sing my order at McDonald's. I'd like a Big Mac. And they would be like, what the fuck? This lady's incredible. Like, you sing so beautifully.
You've been easy to talk to
I don't know if
today,
I'd ever
but-
speak. I just sing everything.
That's too kind of you.
You have such a great fucking voice.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
have such a beautiful, like, and it just is like,
Pure.
Thank you. I didn't warm up, so I appreciate that. And it was so easy to talk to you today. Usually, I'm like putting my foot in my mouth and saying things that I later.
It was a
I
great
regret.
conversation. We watched downstairs.
I mean,
I appreciate
like I
the
said, I was
support.
such an honor to see you and such a privilege to see you in Mexico and to get to hang out with you today. Your album Hard-Headed Woman is out right now. You can get it anywhere you get your albums. If you still want, what is the
box set.
The box set.
Yeah, it's still available. There's there's still records out there, and maybe some 8 tracks. I don't know.
and her Wild at Heart tour is out. Your books and paperback. You've got so much going on. And hey, thank you for being so cool. I was so nervous because I know you're like a real artist, and I was like, this interview is gonna suck. I'm gonna fucking offend her. It's gonna be she's gonna be wearing shoes, and you are just a gift.
No, you
real
can't offend me. Like I said, I'll tell you my worst dirty joke when they turn the cameras off.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
you.
Thank you. Margo Price, everybody.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.